Ladies and gentlemen, joining me on the show, the man taking on Brogan Anderson for the Eternal Middleweight Championship November 4th in the Gold Coast. John Martin Fraser, welcome.
How's it going?
Now, mate, big layoff from the injury. What happened and how are you feeling?
Feeling awesome. It was just one of those things in training. It was fucking picked up a shoulder injury, needed surgery, got that fixed, and I've been back to it.
And now you're a Wales man. You got the Wales on your back. How long have you been in Australia? What's the heritage? Tell us about
that. So I'm from Wales. What is it? Yeah. So my dad's Scottish. My mother's Welsh. Grew up over there. Came over with my missus in 2015. I was only meant to be like a year or so. Then we come over and just. Fell in love with the Sunshine Coast, started doing MMA, and fucking never looked back, really. Just fucking love it, you know?
So you didn't fight in Wales at all?
So I had my first MMA fight when I was like 18, with fucking zero MMA experience or jiu-jitsu, and it went how you'd expect it to. Fucking, the plan was not to get taken down and fucking stand up if I did, with zero idea how to do fucking either of those things. The guy fucking, we circled each other. He threw a Superman punch. I fucking ducked under, took him down and landed in a fucking guillotine. And then I had a kickboxing fight. Kickboxing, and then I had a boxing match as well, like amateur fucking white collar thing. Came to Australia. I was speaking to a mate of mine, Benny Millman. I met him through work. I noticed he had like cauliflower ears and got talking to him about jiu-jitsu and stuff. And what did I do? Started doing jiu-jitsu, started training with Kyle Noke and his brother Nelson, and just fucking fell in love with it. First session, I was just hooked, like, you know. And then I had my first actual fight. I was going back to Wales to visit for Christmas. And I had a fight a couple of days after landing, after a long old flight. It was, but yeah, it was fun. And literally just it's become my life and ever since, like, you know.
Is Wales a tough place to grow up? Like, is it a real fighting place?
I don't know. Like, just what I grew up in. Like, what is a fighting place? You know, it's probably a lot fucking rough. So probably a lot rougher places. But yeah, it would be. It wouldn't be hard to find a fight in the right places, like.
Did you ever watch that show called The Valleys? The Valley?
Yeah. I actually live in one of the fucking valleys, the Swansea Valleys. And yeah, those people are fucking shocking on that show, right? I don't know, maybe I'm exactly the same, I don't know, but they just come across as absolute fuckwits, and I don't know.
That's what I mean. Is that a fair representation to how the young people are in Wales?
Fuck no. I hope not, anyway. Nah, I don't think so. They just found the biggest fucking boots ever. Yeah, it's fucking shocking, eh?
What brought you through the Sunshine Coast? Were you just traveling around Australia, or?
Yeah, we were just traveling. We were doing a regional work, and then ended up finding regional work in Maroochydore, and just ended up staying here. Like, we lived in Sydney for a little bit. Moved around, did a big fucking trip around Oz, like as you do as a backpacker, and moved to Maroochydore for regional work, and just never left. Just love it here, you know. It's quiet enough. There's enough going on, and we kind of set up camp here. And
we're real jerks as Australians. As soon as you get here, we're like, off, go pick strawberries. And
then, go pick some watermelons for a bit, eh? Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
Nah, not at all. I was actually picking fucking watermelons down in Mildura for a little bit, and that was fucking horrific. That wasn't fun at all. But yeah.
So
it's one way to get good labour and fucking getting all the backpackers to do it, now.
So are you naturalised here? Like, what's the story?
Nah, me and the missus actually had our citizenship back in February, I think it was, or January. Yeah. So we're all done now. We've got a passport and all that stuff. So we're fucking done and dusted.
So now can you just immediately cut your job and get the dole and stuff? Is that how that works?
Well, that's the plan, I think. Yeah. Nah, I don't know.
And obviously you fell in love with the Sunshine Coast.
Yeah.
You and former UFC fighter Kyle Noke got quite the friendship. How did that all start?
Met him through training. Like, the funny thing is, I never watched MMA and stuff, so I'd never heard of Kyle. Like, I just heard of the fucking, like the Conor McGregors and the fucking, you know what I mean? And like Chuck Liddell, I'd heard the name of, but I'd never watched it. Like, it just never really interested me. So I didn't really, at the very start, I didn't appreciate the kind of level that I was training with. I was fucking lucky to learn, like, probably a massive part of my game from him, like,
When was the moment it all kind of switched for you? Because it sounds like you got into it quite late in terms of, not growing up as like a 6-year-old wanting to do it. But now it's definitely wanting to be a career. At what point did that sort of make the switch for you?
I'd probably say as like a young kid, I always thought it was boxing, but like, and I was always around martial arts and stuff, but the traditional shit like Kung Fu and stuff like that. So I always wanted to be a fighter. I just didn't know it was MMA. But like when I started with the Noke boys, I was fucking hooked with it, just absolutely hooked. Like, and it wasn't like, it's a weird thing because it wasn't even part of my life. And like me and my missus came over and like, I don't really know what the fuck what I was doing myself really. Do you know what I mean? It was just like, fucking, yeah, I don't know. I just started training and it just became everything in my life. I'm lucky having like such a fucking supportive missus as well. She's always like, she just saw how much I was fucking just pulled towards this thing, and she was just like, yeah, let's fucking, whatever you need to do, wherever you need to go, let's just do it. Like,
how's the rest of the family been with the old career choice?
Yeah, right. It's like, my mother's just like, she supports what I do and stuff. She doesn't like watching it at all. Even if she knows I've won after it, she just won't watch it. But or she struggles to watch it. But yeah, my brother and stuff. My brother's probably one of the biggest supports I've got like through my career and stuff. He's been massive. He's been a massive support of mine through the last couple of years. But couldn't ask for better people around me, to be honest.
Have you had them make the trip over?
Yep, my brother's come over. I can't imagine my old girl making the trip over. It's a little bit far for her. She fucking hates the heat. But my brother's been over a couple of times. Like, I think he possibly might be coming over for this fight as well.
Now, speaking of fighting a little bit closer to home, did I see there was a bit of Cage Warriors sort of action, signed, not signed, fight? Like, what happened there?
So when COVID all kicked off, me and the missus went back, and it was meant to be for like a 3-month stint. But then prices went through the roof with flights and stuff. So it ended up being a 6-month trip, but it was a really fucking good thing that happened. I started training with up in Shore MMA with Shaky and Carl Parker, the boys up in Shore MMA. So I decided to have a fight while I was there. So I really fancied having a fight back home anyway, now that I was a bit more established. When I was amateur, I don't really acknowledge it. I really fancied having a pro fight back here. So I was matched up with Christian Duncan. I was in the UFC now. But what was it? The first time he pulled out, I think, I can't remember if he had COVID or something, but he pulled out a couple of days before. He was real sick either way. And then the second time we were matched up for a few months later, and then I ended up needing a knee op. I had like a tear in my meniscus and needed cleaning out. It was a bit of a shame it didn't happen, but I was working towards another fight the fucking year after. But then my first training session back, I ended up fucking breaking my thumb. So then I was like, oh fuck, it's not, the stars aren't aligning. So we ended up making the move back towards them. And then that's when I ended up having the first fight with Matt. Are
you still in like talks with Cage Warriors and stuff like that? Do they keep an eye on you or anything? Or
nah, not to my knowledge. Like Shaky was lining the fight up, and it just never happened. But no, nothing in talks with them now. I wouldn't like not have a fight with them, or like if something came up, I'd 100% jump on. If I ever went back home for whatever reason for like a fucking couple of months and a fight lined up, I'd take a fight there for sure.
And you talked about the fights with Matt Myers. I feel like a trilogy is on the cards at some point in time. How does it feel to beat a guy and then in the rematch get stopped? Like, where does that sit mentally?
Oh, look at this. Where is this fighting? And at the end of the day, yeah, fuck. I don't take anything away from him. It's like I went into the first fight. I was fucking most unprepared I've ever been going into a fight, and I beat him over the 3 rounds, and then he catches me in the rematch when I felt fucking amazing. But yeah, shit happens, isn't it? It's like I just made that wrong read. I think I made a couple of mistakes throughout the fight, just the way I approached fighting him as well. And he capitalised on that. You know, I give him space to fucking get a bit creative, and he caught me with a cracking kick. I made a wrong read, and he fucking clipped me with it. But yeah, it just feels shit, doesn't it? Like fucking losing. Any loss feels fucking terrible, like, you know, especially like a stoppage. But yeah, I've just since then I've just fucking done everything. I've done everything to fucking be the best fucking version of myself as a fighter. Like, you know, I've done everything. Like I've been very like fluctuating over my career, my weight, and since then I've just kept my weight good. I've, you know, through the surgery, I was training fucking every day, twice a day, just lifting weights and doing whatever I could, more mobility, just everything. Like, you know, I think it's been a fucking good thing for me. Not ideal, but it's been a fucking positive regardless, like, you know.
Now, would you rather have the Matt Myers sort of rematch, or, you know, the Eternal Middleweight Championship bout against Brogan? Like, if you had a pick of both those fights, would you just prefer the title, or do those Matt Myers fights kind of, is that one you really want to get back?
Oh, look, I'm fighting Brogan at the end of the day, so all my focus is on Brogan. But if they put the two in front of me, a few months ago I would have fucking taken Matt, but that's just not the case, like, you know. So hopefully you get that trilogy, like, you know. I've never thought about another man I've never thought about another man so much in my life. You know what I mean? But no, on all seriousness, like, at the end of the day, I'm fighting Brogan. I'm really happy I'm fighting Brogan. It's a solid fight. The belt, it's going to be fucking good having the belt wrapped around my waist again, but they don't really fucking mean much to me, you know. It's the opponent and taking those names, like, but like, hopefully me and Matt line up again now. Hopefully he has a fucking good recovery with his knee, like, and I'm going to go at it again for a third time and put a fucking nail in it.
Do you know much about Brogan?
Just watched a lot of his fights. I remember watching him when he was on XFC with Matt Rayl. I was actually fighting the same night, I think. But I don't know much of him as a person. Obviously, he's a good grappler. He's a good solid wrestler. Good jiu-jitsu. I reckon he'd be strong as fuck. But yeah, he's going to be a solid fight, I think. Yeah.
How do you see the fight going in? Are you one of those guys that sort of visualizes how you think it's going to go down, or are you just sort of ready for anything?
I think I expect fucking anything. I think, yeah, I think anything can happen in a fight. I'm not looking at him going, "Oh fuck, he's just got submissions and he's just a wrestler," because he's got a pair of hands and feet the same as fucking everybody else. And yeah, so I respect him as a fighter and an athlete. I'm ready for it to go anywhere. How I see it, or I'm just going in at the fucking map, to be honest. Like, he's the same, and of course he's going to be doing the same, but I'm going out there to fucking hurt him. But yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it? It's just fucking human chess. Who's going to come out the best on the night, like, you know, who's going to perform. But I'm not. I'm just focused on performing myself and going out there and fucking them up.
Do you need to? I'll ask it like this: do you like going into a fight with sort of animosity against your opponent, or does it not bother you?
Doesn't matter to me. No, doesn't bother me at all. Doesn't. Doesn't bother me if I don't dislike Brogan at all. I just fucking fighting excites me, like, no. It's yeah, no, I don't need that animosity at all, like.
And do you have a plan for the career? Is it one fight at a time? Do you have like X amount of fights, and if you're not where you want to be, you're out? Or is there any sort of grand plan?
The grand plan is fucking keep doing this till the wheels fall off. Whether that's fucking whatever it is, like, I don't care. I just fucking love fighting. I love the whole process of fight camps and that, so I'm just going to go until my body fucking tells me I can't do it anymore. And obviously take any opportunities on the way. I just want to fight. You know, sitting out from injury, I just want to fight as much as possible. Like, do you know, it's taken away from you, and like, I just want to take any fight I can possibly get.
You talk about the wheels coming off. Have the injuries concerned you at all? Because you've had some pretty serious ones and you've had quite a fair few of them. Does that deter you at all?
Nah, not at all. Like, it is what it is, and it's just been unlucky. It's not. I wouldn't say it's like injuries down to like wear and tear. It's just been bad decision making or fucking accidents. Like, like the accident with the hand. It's just one of those things. Like, I don't think that's down to an age thing or fucking anything. Like, I think it's same with the shoulder. It was just a submission. I should have tapped too sooner. The knee. It was that was just like a fucking freak thing. But it just happens. I've been lucky up until those years, and then I just had 3 within the space of fucking 13 months or whatever. That's just the shit thing of it.
What's the best piece of advice like Kyle Noke's been able to give you? No, it's just always quite interesting because like a guy of that level, like, is he just kind of like one of the boys with you type thing, or is it more of like a, hey, I've done this before, sort of here's the plan to get there?
No, he's very he's both. Like, he's a very good friend. He's a very good friend to me, but again, he's always there to help out with any like technical issues and stuff as well, like, but as far as the plan goes, he's just a good person having his shoulder, like saying maybe try this. He's not one of these guys that's like, this is the fucking way, you need to do this. It's like, he'll give you options, and it's the same with all the coaches really. I think it's like, it's not like this is the strict fucking way you got to do it. They kind of give you the tools and you make of what you will, unless I'm doing something fucking stupid, obviously.
Is that ever happening?
Yeah, fuck, all the time. All the time.
No, mate, before I let you go, I just want to ask you one thing, ask everyone this, but after it's all said and done, how does John Martin Fraser want to be remembered in mixed martial arts?
Just a hard cunt. It's a fucking nightmare fight.
Oh,
nightmare fight.
I love it. Any prediction going in?
Nah, I'm not going to give a prediction. I know you boys love a prediction, but
I don't actually know what we do with them. It just is like, it's one of those ones.
I say I'm going in there to fuck him up. It's like whoever's fucking most successful at doing that to each other, that's what's happening. It's like I'm not one for predictions and stuff, but I'm just going in there to fucking do my best to fucking put fucking Brogan unconscious. That's what I'm after.
Give me great quotes. Thanks so much, mate. I appreciate it a lot. It's good to see you back healthy. Thanks for taking the time, and we'll see you in November.
Nice one. Thanks, man.